This is Karen from the office. She slays it out at work and comes back home so tired and hungry. Then of course Karen gets home and she opens the fridge because she's absolutely starving and grabs the first thing that she sees. And if she doesn't see anything, guess what she does? She orders a good takeaway. Nice, right? No. Let me tell you something now. Whew, this was hot. Imagine having everything ready, you come back from work and food is ready. You don't have to worry about cooking. You don't have to worry about grabbing the first thing you see because everything you see is actually delicious and nutritious. So in today's video, I'm going to be teaching you how to make the best and the tastiest meals that will last you for the full week so that when you get back from work, you've got something delicious and nutritious to eat. For your bunda, let's do it. From Karen to cooking with Chiara with my lovely apron set, which by the way, let's just not overdo it. I don't need this. Today I'm going to be making my favorite meals of the week, which are honestly unreal. A lot of people don't like to meal prep because they think the meal prep is boring. And I honestly get it. Like if I ate boiled broccoli, rice and chicken, like honestly I feel like I'd want to vomit. So let's start. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna prep the oven, 200 degrees Celsius. I know your Americans use Fahrenheit and I have no idea what that is, but I'll put it on the screen for you. So let's get everything ready. So the idea is you cook only once, so everything is gonna be ready for the rest of the week, right? Don't forget to hydrate. And listen, if you don't like vegetables, I actually got a solution for you because I wouldn't like them either if I made them, if I boiled them, if I didn't put any effort in them. That's why I'm going to reveal to you the way to make them so tasty and juicy that it actually tastes even nicer than the meat itself or even nicer than the rest of the food. I'm going to just start obviously by simply chopping them.
Non più tra i farfalloni amoroso, notte e giorno di torno girano, delle belle turbando al riposo, narcisetto giro d'amor. Delle belle turbando al riposo, narcisetto giro d'amor. Non più avrai questi bei panacchini.
What we're going to do is boil these vegetables, and I know that you're going to think what the hell, Chiara, but these will help them keep soft before we roast them. So trust me on this. Obviously try not to burn yourself when you do that. All you have to do is literally like 10 minutes of this to make them soft. So when you roast them in the oven, they're going to keep soft to the middle and crispy on the outside.
Sciabla fianco, collo dritto, uso franco, un gran casco, un gran turbante, molto onor, poco cantar.
Now, after I finish cutting all the vegetables, of course I pass on to the meat. Now, one thing with me, I actually don't like touching chicken too much. So if I can, I'd use a fork to cut it. But listen, what we're going to be doing is there is 4 chicken breasts in the pack that I'm using, which means there will be 4 meals. Now, a lot of people actually might ask me at this point, Chiara, with all this meal that you're doing for a week, how are they going to last you in the fridge? The answer is they don't. So what you do is you only keep in the fridge 3 days worth of food, and then the rest you need to freeze them. And trust me, if you freeze them and then you just simply like reheat them in the microwave, they just taste as nice. Now this is literally the most important moment of the cooking, because this is when you actually transform your vegetables into something that tastes nice. If you boil something, right, you just left it like that with no seasoning, no nothing, you don't know how you're making it, then of course you're not going to end up liking it. We have our lovely vegetable now. They look sad AF, I know, but this is when we're going to start making them look a bit sexier. So olive oil in this point. We only use two tablespoons each. okay? So 1 olive oil. I know that a lot of people actually hate olive oil. They say there is a lot of calories, and it does have a lot of calories, but in moderation we can use it, okay? As long as you don't use it all the time when you're frying things. For example, I'm going to use olive oil on this, but I'm not going to use it for frying the fajitas and everything. So I normally just use olive oil to dress my vegetables because it helps give that nice flavor. I start with salt, of course, generously. I'm very generous with pepper. It's one of my favorite spices. It's turmeric. Turmeric is actually really good for you. Did you know that? I try to sprinkle it everywhere, like, hence I just finished it right now. Because I use it so much. It's a good anti-inflammatory spice that you can use especially for your gut health. Is really, really good. So, but studies actually show that the best way to use turmeric is to activate it with pepper, and like you can see I use loads. So the best way to get the most out of your turmeric spice is by mixing it with pepper in. So flip them. I'm probably gonna add a little bit more spice for them. What I mean when I say don't be shy with the spices, because it's gonna add all the flavor that you need. We're gonna prepare our salmon. Now I think you'll know this already, how to make the salmon. I'm gonna get some foil. Foil number 1. Yeah, that's just good. And foil number 2. So I'm gonna put this because it's gonna keep all the moisture. What we're gonna do, we're gonna add some lemon juice because it helps. It just goes really well with salmon. I recommend you should try. I just use a lot of it. Okay. Just a little bit of salt, not too much, because obviously it's already salted. Pepper. Put your spices. You spice it up with whatever you like, baby, okay? And this is how it's looking at the moment. We got the salmon here. And then on the side, we have our lovely pimped vegetables. Into the thick of it. Into the thick of it. Ouch. 20 minutes maybe. We want to be making our fajitas. We're meal prepping. We want to try and save as much time as possible because we don't want to spend the whole day in the kitchen. But the beauty of it is obviously you only take one day, you do everything. So even if it takes you like an hour or 2 hours, those 2 hours that will save you time rather than having to cook every day. So we got some fry light. Like I said before, I would use only olive oil for like the vegetables, and then I try to use this to save on the calories. Put the chicken in. Okay, let it cook. And then in the other pan, I will do the beef. So a little tip for you when you cook the beef, try not to use any olive oil because it will release its own juices anyway and you won't need any. You'll just mix it with the olive oil and it's not great. Best seasoning, honestly. That's why I just rather use the one in the kit. Obviously I use it all. And a lot of people might actually think I'm weird, but I actually do like the sauce. Like, I like to mix the sauce in. Is she crazy? This is salsa. It's supposed to be eaten raw at the end, but I just like it mixed in. Sorry. Sorry if I offend anyone. Cover your eyes. Lovely. You want to get the flavor. Otherwise, the chicken, when you reheat it in the microwave, it's gonna taste like cardboard. Mom, don't look at this, okay? And if you're Italian as well, don't look at this either. Before anyone says anything, do you think I have the time to do my own sauce? Come on now, we're meal prepping here. No, we're meal prepping. Meal prepping means we're doing things quickly as we can. If I start doing the sauce from scratch as well, I'll just finish tomorrow as well. So come on now, you're just Italians. If the Italians are watching, just cover your eyes, okay? It's fine. Mix that in. Okay, add the spinach. We need always some vegetables as well to balance out. I started building my first 2 meals. We had the vegetables that were ready, and then all I did, I literally just boiled some rice on the side, so that was just very easy. Took like just a couple of minutes. So you want to have a mixture. You just don't want to end up having just meat with your meals. So we got 2 meals ready over here. Now, people that actually subscribe to me and that are loyal to me, okay, the real ones, because if you're not subscribed to me, we cannot be besties, okay? So make sure you do it as soon as so that we can become best friends now. But I would say my subscribers will know how obsessed I've been with my enchiladas. Obviously they're not real enchiladas, because obviously like people from Latin America, like they will say, they're not called enchiladas, there's no like, this is not how you make enchiladas. I know, we're making like obviously the easy version, the cheap version, the meal prepped version, do you know what I mean? The taste is nice when you pop it in and you reheat it the next day. We can't make the chef here. We're making tasty, easy meals, so the simplified version of it, okay? So if we grab a little tortilla like this, place it on the, and we start filling it, okay? And listen, do not start getting shy with this. We like a nice, filled up enchilada. I put some mozzarella on top. So then all you have to do is literally just fold it. 1 and 2. You seal it with some more of the filling on top. For 10 to 15 minutes, 180 degrees. Well. Everything is ready, it's looking juicy, everything is looking nice and delicious. And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, I'll say 10 meals for the week. So that is for the 5 days of the week, two meals per day. Considering now it's Monday, so I'm all set. And it took me 2 hours, to be honest. But it's also because I was filming and I had to obviously switch different angles, try to make it fancy, so you know what I mean, guys. So probably it will be like an hour, maybe an hour and a half, I would say, to make everything. So the chef hat is back and we just love this. Just doing this one day for like a couple of hours of the week, it will save you from just coming back home, and will save you from cooking. So it will make sure that you stick to your plan more easily, and also save you so much time, because sometimes when you just come back from work, you don't want to start cooking, do you? So it's just so much easier. So like I said before, it's really important to keep in mind that you can only keep food in the fridge for 3 days. You have to freeze the rest, or just decide what you're going to be eating, and it's just going to taste just as fresh and just as nice. But anyway, for me, I hope you enjoyed this. Don't forget to like and subscribe as always, because I really appreciate it, and see you next time with another video.